Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rachaa Qadash. Double honors to the head elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Also, want to give a shout out there to the hopeful elect, to Joachim and few Yahawah who are sincerely in this truth, as well as believers of this word, but not just believers, but doers as well. And again, to you, I'd like to say Shalom. All right, and like always, Lord willing, this lesson's edifying, but I'm going to get straight into it. As you can see the title of this one, The Pride of These People Shall Cease. The pride of these people shall cease. And I'm going to just get straight into it, man. You can see this video I have here, which I'm going to knock the sound off of it. You know, it's just so I won't get a strike. And I'm going to look into some of the comments, but, you know, check this out, Akim. Yeah, man, see, well, you got this Eve here, all right, possibly Northern Kingdom, maybe Southern Kingdom, who knows, but you have this Eve here, man. She basically got a dung bag attached to her, man. So you see she had some shit happen to her, you know, Lord judged her, you know, but yet you still, you know what I mean, you still got pride on you, man, and the fact that you got that shit out as, you know, with no shame. You know, that just shows you the pride of these people, man. All right, that shit is unto the clouds, because this is, you know, I'm gonna just say me, you know, to me, like, this shit disgusting, man. All right, nobody wants to see your, you know, I'm gonna just say your shit bad, man. All right, nobody wants to see that, but of course, our women, like always, the pride that they have, you know, they don't give a damn, man. They have no shame. All right, and the scriptures talk about that, a woman with no shame. Which, Lord will, we may get into that. But I'm gonna look at this, man. Look at the comment. I'm gonna read it. It says, "Laugh my ass off." So you see, she's laughing again. No shame. It says, "I can't believe people on here think that I'm supposed to wear baggy clothes, hide in the house, and be ashamed of something that happened to me because of a autoimmune disease." Yeah, the Lord judge your ass. So really, that's a humbling. That's a humbling thing. When the Lord judge you, He judge you to be humble. All right, sit your ass down. But nah, you know, our women, they gotta be outside. You know what I mean? And she done took it there. She took it to a whole nother level. She outside with the shit bag, man. You see? And it says, let's continue. It says, "That's how you know that I'm that girl." So she feel like she's that girl. She feels entitled, like as if she's someone. And the scripture says, if a man think himself to be of something, he is nothing. So really, you ain't nothing, especially with a shit bag on you, man. And you're vulnerable, man. You're open to more judgment. You know, come on, man. But let's continue. It says, "I got everyone pressed, and I'm simply minding my business with my shit bag. If I'm so nasty for wearing one, why are y'all trying to break down my confidence when I'm at my lowest?" Yo, and this is, again, this is a humbling moment. You know what I mean? This is your time to reflect, you know, to pray, to fast, to look upon the Lord. But no, instead, you want to glory in your judgment, man. Which that's going to make the Lord, bro, that's going to make the Lord come down upon you, you know, 10 times harder, man. All right? He's going to come down upon you much harder next time, because obviously that didn't get the job done. It says, "Why do y'all feel the need to discourage me from being myself because I'm currently disabled? None of you can make me feel less than when I've been putting in the work to love myself for years. That's the difference between me and you. Don't project your insecurities onto me, because none of you wouldn't be able to handle what I'm going through. So if I want to wear a crop top, oh fucking well, body still T, and you still gonna fucking die, man. And I'm gonna leave it like that. You know what I mean? Because Yahawashi, he's getting ready to cease the pride amongst you people. And you got 572 people that think the same way that she's thinking, man. And 572 people, they're going to be put down. They're going to be destroyed, man. All right? And you got these simps. Come on, man. Like, these simps. You got this nigga here, bro. Like, come on, baddie with a baggie. Come on, bro. You corny, man. It says you be getting cracked with the bag on, or how does that work? She said, "No, I got my collectively in April, and I've been abstinent long before I got the bag. So no, I don't get crack, man. Yo, this shit folly, man. It's like you, man. This is all folly anyway, But we're gonna get into some scriptures, man, and I'm gonna close it out. I don't want this to be too long. All right, and this is matter of fact, I want the book of Isaiah, where he talks about the haughty shall be brought low. I believe that's early on in Isaiah 2 as well. That is that's the spirit. Isaiah 3:16. It says, moreover, the Lord saith, because the dark. Matter of fact, we're gonna get this, man. We're gonna get this. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it real quick. We're gonna bounce around a little bit, as we always do. Brother, I'm Ruben, man. We can be all over the place, but bear with me. This Isaiah 3:16. It says, moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and missing as they go, and making it tickling with their feet. And this is the basically this is how our women are. All right, because they are haughty, they are prideful, man. All right, because here it is, they got all this access to the beauty products, the ornaments, the jewelry. Matter of fact, let's continue. It says, therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. And the Lord is finna get ready to do this, which we see the curses today. We see this is our women, even Northern Kingdom women. Certain Northern Kingdom women, their hair be falling out and shit, man. All right. So although this is really particular going into the kingdom of Judah, but it really fits all the women as well of the nation of Israel. All right. It says, therefore the Lord will smite with a scab. Come on, man. It does that every time. I believe Esau be doing that, man. He be watching. But it says, again, with the scab, the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts, meaning you're going to be revealed. All right, and the Lord going to do that. Ain't no telling what the Lord may do. He might discover her guts out or some shit. Her shit might spill out. The Lord might have a judgment where that shit spill out, man. And that's it's distasteful to even think about, man. It says, in that day the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their cauls and their round tires like the moon. Yeah, the Lord's gonna He taking away that body from our women. You know what I mean? You see a lot of you still got that body, to a certain extent, but then the bitch got she got fucking what you call it, so lucky it's not even, damn, it ran away from me. She basically got the blemishes on her leg and shit, man. I forgot, like the thyroid, the thyroid. You know what I mean? I forgot what it's called, man. I'm gonna think about it when the lesson over with. But she got the thyroid and shit. You can see that shit. You know what I mean? And certain Jake's attractive to that shit, man. But hey, that's the Lord showing you the nastiness of our women, because hey, in the ancient world, man, hey, our women didn't really have that because they took care of themselves, man. All right, I'm trying to think of that damn word, man, but it'll come to me. Let's continue on with the lesson. It says, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles and the wimples and the crispy pins. Yeah, really, the Lord's finna get ready to take away that accountability, man. All right? Oh, cellulite. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, call out Yahawashi. Yeah, cellulite. Yeah, our women got that cellulite on the back of their legs and shit. You see that thigh, again, that thyroid, man. It says, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, there should be stink. And instead of a girdle, a rent. And instead of a well-set hair, baldness. And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. Yeah, this is what coming to our women. So the Lord is finna get ready to humble them. All right, scriptures talk about how what is that, Proverbs 16:18, destruction go up before pride go up before destruction, and a haughty spirit before fall. Which, matter of fact, we're gonna get that. Let's get that real quick. It's quoted at Proverbs 16 and verse 18. And it says pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. So, hey, the Lord is for to get ready to like bring down these women, man, because of their haughtiness, man. All right, what is that in Isaiah? I was mentioning how the pride shall be brought low. Let's find that real quick. There it is. Call all Yahawashi, Isaiah 2 and 12. It says, for the day of the Lord of hosts. Matter of fact, Isaiah 2 and 11. It says, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Yeah, so, you know, of course, ultimately going to Esau, Edom, but it's going to go down the total pole to you women. You're going to be humbled, all right? Because guess what? The famine is on approach, wild beasts, pestilence. You know, this shit is getting real out here, man. And that's why the pride of the people is going to cease, man. It says, for the day of the Lord, so like, for the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, he shall be brought low. Yeah, so she's exalted on social media just because of her beauty. But guess what? The Lord is going to bring her low. The Lord is going to take that away. He's going to totally take that away. Her hair going to fall out. You know what I mean? She's not going to have access to no more beauty products, soap, deodorant, tampons, or new shit bag, man. All right? The Lord is going to do some horrific things to you prideful people, man. You know, and the reason why we mention you women often, because you're the weaker vessel and you're spoils of war. So when all hell break loose, you know, you're going to be, you know what I mean? You're going to be up for the taking, man. All right? Because women and children are the most vulnerable, you know, in those type of situations. During the apocalypse, they are the most vulnerable. All right? So, yeah, we coming into that time where the Lord is finna show you people, man. Finna show you people. All this pride shit, man, this shit finna go out the window, man. All right? Lord he's deal with shameless women, man. Matter of fact, let me see. Not shameless, a shameful woman. He don't deal with shameless women. Salakia. Let's see. All right. It says, yep, this is Sirach chapter 26 and verse 25. And it says, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. And obviously this girl don't fear the Lord. All right. And we'll prove that because she don't know the Lord. She don't know the Lord. She outside, you know what I mean, with a turd bag, you know, glorying in it. You know, and you know, she get mad if people try to, you know, basically rebuke her. She talking shit. She sent the whole paragraph. You know, but the Lord says, shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. And we know what a female dog is, man. All right, go look at that in the GNT. So, yeah, man, I'm going to leave it with that, man. As always, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Till the next time, I'd like to say, Shalom.